Great. So good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending where in the world you are calling from. Our speaker came so early. Shivalika is here, if I got the name so right. And then we're excited to have her on the call to just take us through what's so much important about plastic waste and then recycling. She has a lot of experiences. But before that, I will do about 2 to 3 minutes presentation about what KYC impact is for the purpose of people who have joined this call. And then I'll hand it over to our expert speaker to do justice to us. So I will share my screen. Great. So let's go on. Welcome to KYC Impact, one of our webinar series on the global day of action. KYC Impact is changing the world one impact at a time, and we are glad to have you on this call. The call is being recorded, so I've mentioned that. Now let's just get to know what KYC Impact is about. So KYC Impact is accredited to the United Nations Environmental Assembly. Now, just for you to know that our work that we do, especially this work on plastic, is focused on the theme of the United Nations Environmental Assembly theme for 2024 to 2025. KYC Impact is a charity or a global charity registered in UK and Wales. We have a community of over 5,000 young people around the world, and we are represented in over 87 countries. Now, you want to know what our work really focuses on. Our work is mainly focused on helping young people to just get skills. How do we build young people? We do this through education, innovation, and sustainability. Now, as part of this call, you have found somewhere a phrase called Global Day of Action. And that is just something that we do almost every year. Last year, our focus was on regeneration, where a lot of young people came together to make, a lot of impact in their community. There is something we call Skill Challenge, where young people learn how to create games and develop their skills for employment. And as part of that, we organize awards for young people, because as part of QX activities is to make sure we recognize young people in their community. So it doesn't depend on where you come from or your background, you can apply for QX Impact Award. This year, the QX Impact Award is taking place in London. And please check on our website, www.qsimpact.org, to know more about our work. We provide 7 different international scholarships to young people around the world. Every year, we give an amount of $50,000 to young people as part of their impact they make in their community. And I just want to tell you that you are entitled to apply for these scholarships. What is the Global Day of Action? Now, look at a world where no one takes an action, or where no one makes an impact. And there's no point living or existing without making an impact in your community. And that is why we exist. Every year, we bring a program to young people so that they can make a change or impact in their community. This year, the Global Day of Action, it's focused on plastic waste. And that is why we have an expert speaker here who should be telling us more about how we can upcycle plastics and reuse plastics for a lot of things and what really matters. So this year, we are mobilizing young people in 8 to 7 countries, and we are glad you are part of this conversation and you're going to make impact in your community too. Let me give you some few statistics, and I'm sure it will interest you to know that you are part of a conversation like this. What you've done in 2023 was that we educated about 3,000 young people on composting. Not only that, we gathered over 500 plus cubic meters of composting facilities around the world. And then this actually calls to just taking out a carbon dioxide component of 1,200 plus. And this was done in over 34 countries, around the world. Now, for you to know, the Global Day of Action was an event where young people come together. Now, what it means is that it's just a positive challenge, and then people are just taking action wherever they are. And for example, our expert speaker is calling from India, you are calling from Ghana, you're calling from Kenya, and then you are part of this conversation. Now, let me tell you, our mission this year is to fight plastic pollution through raising awareness, reducing plastic waste, and then recycle and upcycle plastic. The purpose of this call is to learn how to recycle and upcycle plastics, and it's going to be very more practical. I'm sure you've gotten your resources together. Now, before we go on and give it to our expert speaker, Shivalika, to just talk to us, I would just want to tell you a bit about, or something small about Shivalika. Now, at this point, I want you to invite your friends, your colleagues who would want to learn a skill so that they can join this call and just learn from us. So Shivalika holds a master's degree in international studies from Symbiosis International University. And she was eager to contribute to environmental sustainability, in the past. So this led her to join EcoKaari EcoKaari. So, EcoKaari is the organization we are partnering to deliver this section to you. A brand close to her heart. And you can even tell from her conversation when she started that she really cares about what she's doing. And she will tell you why. At EcoKaari, she handles sales and marketing. And then she's very passionate and she's privileged to be part of a dedicated team conserving the environment in rural communities around the world. Let me tell you something before you go on. Previously, Shivalika, had worked on communication associate at Arohana Ecosocial Development, and then she's known for her lively nature, and that can actually be told as part of this call. She resonates with Don Murray's word, and it says that in every walk with nature, one receives far more than he seeks or she seeks. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Shivalika, and Shivalika, please, the floor is yours, and let me know when you are ready and we can start. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. I hope everyone can hear me properly.
Very loud and clear.
Yeah, perfect. So I just wanted to ask before I start, will you present the screen or should I present the screen?
I can present for you.
Okay, perfect. So hi everyone, good evening, good afternoon, good morning from wherever you're joining us. My name is Shivalika. I'm here on behalf of my organization called EcoKaari, Humanizing Fashion. Why we have named that, I'll let you know in some time. So we'll start off with a very basic presentation. Yes.
Have you opened your presentation?
No, I haven't.
No problem. I can present for you here.
Oh, perfect. Yes. So I'll take you through a very small basic presentation of about plastic pollution, of who we are, that is EcoKaari, and what are some of the eco-friendly, sustainable tips that you can follow in everyday life. I'm sure you have already heard about that a lot of times before, but I would still like to say it again and again till we start incorporating that in our daily life. And then at the end, we'll do a small DIY where we make a keychain from the plastic that you already have. It sounds easy, but it's little difficult when you don't have nimble fingers. Okay, so let's start. So everyone knows plastic is very bad. But the reason why plastic was invented was for a very good cause. So not a lot of people know about why plastic was invented. And that somehow saddens us more because it was started for a good reason. And now wherever you go walking down the street, you'll see different types of plastic just being littered and thrown away without any second thought. So plastic was actually invented to save the tortoise and elephant from being poached. They used to create the shells and the tusk from the plastic to save the wildlife. But as usual, the humans interfered and we took a good innovation to a very bad material in today's time. So plastic as a material is good, is great. It is the, I would say, the disposal which is a problem. We still do not have a very good mechanism to dispose of plastic without harming the environment further. So there are a lot of recyclers and upcyclers like us, but we still do not have a very good proper disposal as yet. There are scientists working on that, but hopefully soon we should, have one which does not harm the environment further. That's a very important thing. Uh, the plastic for for the wildlife, it was invented during the wars. It was used to carry the medical supplies, especially blood. So we can't always say that let's do away with plastic. It is next to impossible because we have embedded plastic so much in our daily life. It is very difficult to part with it now, unless until again we have a very good alternative like a good material like plastic, which can withstand heat, cold, Okay, so can you please share the next slide? Thank you. So this is the current status of plastic. So since the 1950s, since the plastic has been in the planet, we have about 8.3 billion tons of plastic already introduced to our planet Earth, which I took these figures from Google, but you can also Google it later on. It is equal to the roughly a billion elephants or a 47 million blue whales. So if you just close your eyes for a second, that much of plastic has already been invented and it's there on our planet Earth, and it's still continuously growing every second. So just imagine, since we started speaking, how much plastic is already there again on planet Earth. Uh, though these figures are official, unofficial both, but still about 79-80% is still landing up in landfills and oceans. And about 9% is getting recycled and about 12% is getting burnt. When we say burnt, means it's been either sent to some cement factories or, making roads and such. And when we say 9% recycle, means they're going to a proper disposal, recyclers and upcyclers. Can I have a next slide, please? Yes, so again, about 13 million tons of plastic enters our oceans everywhere. Uh, we are dumping a load of truck of plastic every minute. So again, imagine, since we started speaking, since you joined me on this call, how many truckloads of plastic has already entered in the ocean. And there is a very misconception that the Western world, which is, the America and the Europe, they are very clean. It is not that. If you visit them, you will also see there have parts of their countries also which are littered with a lot of, garbage and such. But what happens is the countries like US, UK, Europe, Canada, and such, they are exporting their waste to Asian and African countries. So they are like, we can't take care of our trash, you take care of it. So it's not like the Asia or the African countries are dirty. It's because also that the waste is being getting exported to the from these countries to ours. So it's we are already taking off care of our trash, and to take care of others' trash, it does become difficult, and it is a challenge to everyone. So we can't only say the government is not doing anything. Everyone on every level has to come together to do something about it. The government, the community, the individuals, everyone has to come together and find a solution. We can't let only one person or one community or one government say, why aren't you not doing anything about it? Everyone has to be together to take a positive step to reduce our plastic usage. Can I have the next slide, please? Um, so in recent years, I think personally, I think there's a lot of awareness about plastic, especially when it started harming us. Initially, we weren't much, aware of it. And we couldn't care less. But since these studies have started to come out that you can find, microplastics and in our everyday environment, in our food, human body, our personal care products. I've listed all them here, clothing, so on and so forth. uh, that we have started to take an extra step in making sure that we can reduce our usage of plastic as much as possible, which is a good step. We welcome it, but I think we need to do a little bit more on a personal and community level. And hopefully, we will all come together and find a good solution to it. Uh, can I have the next slide? Yes. So till now, we have produced about 300 million tons of plastic waste every year, which is equivalent to the weight of human population. So this fact was taken about 2-3 years ago. So I'm sure now it has increased. Um, the tons, which is again equivalent to the weight of the population. Next slide, please. Yes, and this is something which is very close to my heart. The humans are getting affected by the waste. I am not denying that, but it is the animals, the wildlife, which is getting more affected by it. They do not have fingers or thumbs like us. So if we throw away food, especially in a knotted plastic, and we throw it away, uh, they, because they are hungry and they need food, they consume the plastic along with the food. So there are some facts that I have shown you here, like there are 9 out of 10 seabirds, 1 out of 3 sea turtles, and half the whale and dolphin species have ingested plastic. uh, the plastic is found in the deepest trenches of our country, of our planet. And all the people sorry, I'm actually down with little cold and cough, so apologize in advance. People living along the rivers and the coastlines in the Asian countries are very much more impacted by the plastic pollution as compared to the rest of the countries. Can I have the next slide, please? These are some of the images that I took from the Google. I'm sure anyone who has access to Facebook and Instagram must have seen a lot of videos, circulating, showing, I don't know if you have seen, there's this one video which shook me to the core, where they were taking out a straw out of a tortoise nose. I don't know if you have seen that or not. That video was just too much. So these are some of the non-shocking sort of pictures that I've taken from Google. The bird with a food wrapper in his beak. Tortoise thinking that a plastic bag is a shellfish. So their food is shellfish. So because of that, they think that that plastic bag is the food. So if you throw a plastic bag in a water, it's always like this, and they thinking it's their food, they'll be the first one to ingest it. Then there is a cow in the litter. That's a picture of a landfill, and there is a bird with plastic ingested. So these are some of the images. If you go and Google, you'll find a lot more, but these are some of the images that I took out, which shows the impact of our usage of plastic, is having a very dire consequences to, on the wildlife. Can I have a next slide, please? So this is where we come in. I get very excited when I introduce my organization. EcoKaari was started to fulfill two mission and vision. One, to conserve the environment by upcycling single-use waste plastic. Second is to enable livelihoods for women and youth from humble backgrounds. So that's an actual picture of one of my artisans. Uh, Eco means eco-friendly, and Kari means karigar, which is artisan in English. So karigar is a Hindi word for artisan. So that is how we named our organization. So what we do is we upcycle the single-use waste plastic using spindle, which is called Charkha in Hindi, and handlooms to create a fabric. And from that fabric, we make a lot of different types of products. Can I have a next slide, please? I don't know if you have the video though, or you don't have the video. Can I share my screen, or can I share the YouTube link to you if you can play the same?
Yeah, so I have actually made you a co-host, so you can actually share your screen.
Yeah, okay, perfect. Just a second.
Okay. So as we are waiting for Shivalika to share her screen, okay, that's it. We have it now.
Can you see? Can you see now?
Yes, I can see your screen.
Okay, just a second. You can see the full screen, right?
Yes, so I can see the full screen, but you've not presented the slide yet.
Yeah, okay. Now I'm doing it. Now can you see?
Yes.
Perfect, perfect. So I'll just quickly share. So this is just a 1 minute video. It doesn't have any sounds. It just tells us how we are upcycling the waste into a product. I'll just quickly play it. Yes, so that is how we are upcycling. So what we are doing is we are upcycling 5, 6 different types of waste plastic. One is plastic carry bags. Second is different types of food wrappers. Third is gift wrapping. Fourth is, I don't know how many of you know the old audio and video cassette tapes. And the fifth is the e-commerce packaging. So basically like Amazon and all that sort of plastic. So these are the single-use flexible packaging that we are upcycling. So what we do is, as you had seen in the video, we first wash, clean, and sanitize using herbal cleaners. So there's no harm to the
Malika,
environment further. Yes.
Shivalika,
Yes.
second, should I share my screen again for you?
Yes, yes, if you can. Yes, please. Yes, yeah, great. So we first wash, clean, and sanitize the waste plastic using herbal cleaner, so there's no harm to the environment. Second, we then sort them into different colors. So all the blues, the greens, the blacks, so on and so forth, are kept in a different bags. Then, depending on what the artisan want to make, they manually cut each and every plastic using just a pair of scissors into a long strip, which is rolled onto a spindle called Charkha in Hindi, and a handloom. So it's a manual process, no heat, no chemical, no electricity is used. Why? Because we want to enable livelihoods for women and youth from humble backgrounds. The only one time where we use an external energy is only when we stitch a product, that is because we need a special bag making machine. That's the only time when we use electricity. But otherwise, if you have seen the video, we do not use any heat, chemicals, or electricity. So once the fabric gets ready, it's then designed, tailor stitched into different types of daily utility products that people can use and flaunt their new or upcycled bag from EcoKaari. Can I have the next slide, please? Yes, so these are our 3 pillars. One, we want to do an eco-social conservation by upcycling the plastic. Livelihoods, again, we want to work with women and youth from humble backgrounds, and participation, like how I'm talking to you. This is, we tend to do a lot of awareness sessions with school colleges so that we can create as much awareness as possible. Next slide, please. Yes, so I've already told you. So this bag, if you see, is actually made out of Maggie wrapper. So I'm not sure how many of you are aware of Maggie as a food. It's a instant noodle, and it's very popular in India, especially in areas where a lot of trekking happens. Because you can quickly make it, eat, and then you can go on to your next adventure. So these are the things I've already explained that are just written here. Can I have the next slide, please? Yes, so a few things that we have made sure in our organization that we follow so that we don't, deviate from our work. One, we repurpose our inner lining to to make our online orders what you call the packaging. So we don't use any plastic packaging. What we do is we repurpose all our old production wastage, textile wastage, and we create a bag out of it, and then we send our online orders in that. Second, closing of the loop philosophy is very important to us. We always give lifetime free repairs to all our customers, so that we can increase the life cycle of the product. And otherwise, we also take back the product when it's at the end of its life cycle from the customer, so that we make sure that there is no further harm to the environment. And yes, we are proudly made in India. Can I have a next slide, please? These have been our achievements since we started EcoKaari. So this is like a last year data, but till now we have upcycled about 3 million of waste plastic from going to the landfills or oceans. About 20 lakh kgs of CO2 we have saved because most of our work is manual. So we are not using, a lot of external energy. So we are saving there. We have enabled livelihoods for 85 artisans, and hopefully by end of this year, the number should increase. We might go to around 150 because we are coming up with few more units across India. And since our work is mostly manual, we do not produce any heat, smoke, or carcinogenic fumes. So there's no further harm to the environment from our side. So these are some of the achievements that we are really, really proud of. Can I have a next slide, please? Yeah, so this is our team. It has grown a bit. So these are old pictures, but as you can see, both the teams. So we have two units. One is in a city called Pune, and another is in a small town called Bellary in Karnataka. So these are the two workshops that we have and the two teams. Can I have a next slide, please? Yes, so EcoKaari and SDGs go hand in hand. We directly resonate with four SDGs. One is gender equality, second is climate action, decent work and economic growth, and responsible consumption and production. Next slide, please. Yes, so again, very important and something I really want everyone to start incorporating in your daily life. If you haven't till now, I would request if you can. There are a lot of R's to sustainability, but the five basic one that you can follow in everyday life are the refuse. Please start refusing single-use waste plastic. Second is reduce. Try to reduce as much as possible. An example is like, for example, this packet is small packet and you require it like twice or thrice in a month or so. Maybe you can buy, a bigger packet. Second is keep reusing already the stuff that you have at home. The fourth is to repurpose or refurbish. Earlier times, with the earlier generation, they kept on reusing the things again and again and again till it's in tatters, and then you have to throw it away. So please try to repurpose as much as possible. And the last option is always to recycle and upcycle when we do not have any other solution left. So please try to do this in your daily life. This is something I kept it because there are a lot of people from India also who have joined. So we accept plastic waste donations. So these are the things that we accept, and these are the things that we do not accept. Can I have a next slide, please? Yes, another important thing, please always segregate waste at your homes, in your office, wherever you are. It's very important because it kind of helps the waste picking community to segregate it further in a correct manner, and then that waste can go to proper recycling or upcycling channel. So make sure you at least have, so there are a lot of bins, but on a personal level, make sure you have at least two bins, which is a wet waste, which is all your food organic waste, and second is your dry waste, in which you can throw in multiple things, but it will not hamper the other materials recycling. So it can be bottles, newspaper, cardboard, so on and so forth. There is always a proper way to cut plastic. A lot of time when we don't have access to a scissor or a cutter, we always rip it open, or with our teeth we tear the side, or when we want to pour a liquid, we sort of cut the corners. Please do not do that, irrespective whether you are donating to us or not. Always make sure that you cut in a right manner, because that will enable the recyclers to do it proper upcycling. And what happens is that small triangular piece, it it it's blown away with the wind, and birds, thinking it's food, they most of the time ingest it. So just make sure that you always cut the plastic halfway, either at the top or at the bottom. Third is broken glass. Sorry, previous one. Yeah, no, previous one. Previous, yes. Always make sure whenever you have a broken glass, mirror, cutlery, something like that, always wrap it up in a thick newspaper and write in your regional language on it. And when you are giving it to waste picker, let them know that's a broken, glass or cutlery. I read it somewhere that because of waste pickers not having gloves and proper boots, they a lot of time cut themselves because of it, and get a lot of diseases. So make sure whenever you're disposing of your glass, anything, just wrap it up in a newspaper, and same thing goes for your medical waste. So make sure these two are kept separately, and when you hand it over to the waste picker, you let them know that this package has this, they should be careful in handling it. Can I have the next slide, please? Yes, so again, segregation at home, there are a lot of other way how segregation happens in different parts of the world. But basic segregation at home is the dry and the wet waste. And if you can, the wet waste can be composted in your houses. It's very easy. There are a lot of YouTube videos that you can see and can do the composting. Can I, next slide, please? Yes, again, these are very simple daily lives. I'm sure you have heard them millions of times before. Always carry on own cloth bag. Always carry on cutlery. Say no to plastic. The women folk can switch to cotton pads. Kids, we can have the cloth diapers. Um, if you have you can switch to bamboo toothbrushes and such. But the thing is, you can't throw away a good thing and then switch to sustainability. So for example, if I have a new brush, plastic new brush, and I throw it away and buy a bamboo toothbrush because I'm thinking it'll be sustainable, it is not, because I'm throwing away a perfectly good brush to switch to sustainable brush. So what you have to do is you have to make sure that you use the existing toothbrush to the end, and then you make the sustainable switch. So you can't throw away good things to make a sustainable switch. So you have to make sure the existing things are used to its full potential, and then you make the switch to sustainable alternatives. Next slide, please. Again, conserve water, commute if possible by bike and carpool, eco-friendly cleaners, waste segregation. So all these things I'm sure you have heard multiple times, and many of you are already following. Whosoever is not, I'll request if you can. And these are very simple tips that you can incorporate in your daily life. I'm actually right now in a city called Bangalore in India, but originally from Pune, where my workshop is, and I always carry my water bottle. So whether I'm in India or abroad, whenever I'm, my one steel water bottle will always be there. So make sure that you are following this tips, and you are also encouraging your fellow mates family members, friends, etc., to follow the same. Can I have the next slide, please? Yes, so again, you can connect with us. You can visit our website. If you live in Pune, you're most welcome to come and see our process in person. If you're visiting India and you want to come by and see our process, you're most welcome to. These are some of the social media platforms where we are already. You can follow us. We post a lot of videos on Instagram, Facebook, have a lot of videos on awareness. So you can do, and my phone number is there, the email IDs are there. You're most welcome to get in touch wherever you are. Can I have a next slide, please? And yes, that's it. Thank you so much. This is another favorite,
This one.
quote of mine, that never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world. And it's very much possible. If you just Google, there are a lot of organization, individuals who are doing some amazing work in sustainability. And maybe you can start incorporating the same in your life. That's it. Thank you so much.
Great. Thank you very much, Shivalika, for this insightful presentation. We appreciate your time and then your energy for doing this with us. So before you come in or you come back again to just take us through the practical part, I want to remind everyone on this call that there's no point making an impact and not telling the world. So at Keyworks Impact, what we are doing is that for young people just coming back to learn, we are giving an avenue, an opportunity where you can make an impact and then tell us your story. We call it impact report. So please scan the code or the QR code you see to take you to our website, www.keyworksimpact.org, select impact report. Or if you have any question, please just send a text after this conversation. Now, the interesting part is that this year's award is taking place in London, in the UK, and then learn how to upload an impact report. Thank you very much. So, Shivalika, we have a few questions for you now before you want to decide what to do. So, Rudolph, do you want to ask your question? You can unmute and ask. Yeah. Hello, Rudolph.
Okay, yeah, I'm there. Thank you. Yeah, good evening, everyone. Yeah.
Hello, Rudolph. So there's a lot of noise at your end, and then we find it difficult to hear you. So if you can switch. Sorry, if you have a question, you can put it in the chat or you can raise your hand and Shivalika.
I think it's okay now. I just left.
Yes,
Sorry for that.
yes.
Yeah. Shivalika, thank you so much for the brilliant presentation. I'm Sango Rudolph, joining from Cameroon.
Hi.
Yeah. I see you're really doing an excellent work, but I have a doubt. How do you collect these plastics? First of all, do you use a plastic bottle to achieve the same purpose? Sorry, I came in late. I don't know. Maybe you answer the question.
Yes. So no, actually, we cannot upcycle the plastic bottles. The reason being, we are weaving the waste plastic on a hand loom. So I don't know if you have seen a hand loom or not. It's a manual instrument where we weave the material into a fabric. So plastic bottle being a hard plastic, we cannot convert it into a fabric using a manual technique. So we are not able to upcycle the plastic bottles, unfortunately.
Okay, thank you so much. Maybe you just answered the next question I'm having before.
Yeah, sure. Yes, please ask.
So, Shivalika, we have a lot of questions for you, but
please.
Yes, but I think the practical or the it's yourself part is also important. So what you do is that let's start the do it yourself. You show us and go ahead and start. So as you are actually going on, if there are some questions in the chat, we can pause and answer them. Is that okay for you?
Yes.
All right. So the stage is yours now.
Perfect. And everybody will be able to open their video so I can see whether you're doing it right or not. Is it possible?
Yes. So, ladies and gentlemen, please, you can put on your video now.
I
Get
know
your
even I don't like it, but you have to do it because I have to see whether you're doing it right or
Get your
not.
materials ready, and then put on your video. Let's see you having start. So,
But
Shivalika,
yes, sorry.
we can go ahead. Actually, we show people are doing, and then once they get it right, let us know too.
But does everyone have plastic? Because
Yes. Thomas, do you have a plastic?
yeah, do you all have it?
Thomas, do you have your plastic with you?
Let me have it near here.
Oh, Shivalika, give me a second. I'm picking my plastic.
Yeah, okay, perfect.
Yeah, I have my plastic. Who else has their plastic? Please, if you have your plastic, put in the chat. Where else do you have your plastic? Shivalika, this is my plastic.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
This is my plastic from Burkina Faso.
Perfect.
Yeah,
So
Rudolph, that's your plastic.
yeah, so will you guys be able to like put your camera, like position your camera properly so that then you have both the hands free to do the DIY?
Plastic.
Okay.
That's my plastic from Burkina Faso.
Okay.
So this is my plastic. Can you see? This is actually a food wrapper.
Yeah.
So this is called MLP, which is multi-layered packaging. So this particular plastic has 3 layers, and aluminum inside for the food, a printed plastic, and then another transparent plastic. That is why it's called multi-layered plastic. So it's okay. Elsa, it's fine, no worries. But I hope you can see though. So this is the plastic. What we have to do is we have to first fold it in half. So you have to make sure it's straight and it's folded in half. Can everyone see? And then you have to cut and make 2 pieces of it. You have to make sure that there are 2 pieces of the same. It should be equal pieces.
Okay.
Okay.
Great.
What you have to do is you again have to fold it and cut it in 2. So make sure that your plastic is aligned properly. It should be equal. Don't make it like go like this. Make sure it's equal. And do the same with the other one also. Yes, can you hear? Yes,
Yes. Yes. So a quick one. You can put it into 2 in horizontal or in vertical or any form.
No. It has to be like this. You have to make sure that the horizontal is longer and the vertical is shorter. Yeah, that's
Am I
right.
right? Yeah.
And then again fold it like this. So your pieces should look like this at the end. Can you see?
Yes.
Sure. Yeah. Okay, so fold it half.
I should fold this again.
Yeah, yes. So this has to be equal. So for example, yeah. Just a second.
So I can see Estella on her work. I can see Thomas. Rudolph, I can see you.
Just a second. So I have another piece. Can you see this? This was your plastic, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, this was your plastic. So horizontally it's long. and vertically it's little shorter. So what you have to do is you have to make it like a book. You have to do it like this. That's your first step. Okay. And when you
Okay.
make the two pieces of this, you again have to fold it and make it this small. Understood?
Yeah,
And then
Thomas is
again, yeah, and again, then you have to make it small and make it this small. So ultimately, your plastic will become small pieces like this.
okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Has everyone been able to do that? Yeah. Estelle, I can see. Estelle, I can see. It's, yeah. Yeah, perfect. Vishal also perfect. Yes. I can't see anyone else. So sorry. But yeah, perfect. Can you see? It should be flexible packaging, okay? Thin, soft plastic. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah. And then what you have to do is, I need about 4 to 6 pieces like this for you to make a keychain. I know it looks very simple. I know it looks simple, but it's a little daunting. So I can understand if it's become little difficult. What I can do is I can even make a video and send it later on. If there's no time, I can understand that. What I can do is I can make a video and share it across with the team, and you can send it to the other participants and they can make and then
Yeah.
share the images. Yes.
Right.
If
That's very perfect.
that'll be better.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
so
Yes.
now it's going, sorry, Shivalika, it's going to be very great. So what we can do now is that let's actually go on with yours and see what you are doing. And later,
Okay.
yeah, we can share what you have.
Yeah, but it will still take time though. That's fine, right?
Okay. How long would it take?
About 15 minutes easily.
Let's go ahead. Let's go
Yeah?
ahead.
Okay, okay. So
So
for
no
example,
question.
once you cut, yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go ahead.
Okay, okay. So once the plastic, so I'll make it quickly, okay, and then I'll tell my artisans to shoot a video and send it across. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so we have to get the plastic in this size. Okay, so what we do is we again fold it in half. I know there's a lot of folding, which is very boring, but you have to do that. And then what we do is we take the middle parting that we just did, we have to do half here and half like this. Can you see how I did half each? I don't know how you can see. So what I
Yes.
did, I first folded it like this, created a crease in between, like a line in between. Can you see? I'm creating a line in between.
Yeah.
And I fold the two sides equally in between this line. So it sort of kind of becomes like, just a second. So it sort of becomes something like this. Can you see?
Yeah.
It becomes like this, okay? And then you, so once you do this, you again fold it. So what we do is we have to sort of create a channel here, because this is what will work for the interlocking system. I know looks very easy. I mean, sorry, difficult, but it's not that. It's just like we are on Zoom, so you are not able to. So we sort of create an interlocking channel here. Okay. And this is how the whole plastic comes to be. And then we join the two sides. So can you see how I have done this? We sort of have to make like this. So what we do is once we fold and create a very thin strip, we fold it like this and we join it like this. And we put a tape here. I'll just quickly take a tape. Just a second.
Any tape?
But thin tip, okay? We don't want a huge tape, a thin tape, like this, very thin tape.
Okay. Okay, thank
And then where we have done the interlocking, there is where we put the tape so that it stays.
you. Malawi.
So this is how your, yeah. So we sort of, yeah, correct. So we sort of have to make like a circle, okay? And this is how your plastic should look like.
The best students are now Vishal and Inestella. You can see them really well.
Yes. And then we again equally fold the, so what you have to do is the where you have put the tape, make sure you take it on the side. Because if you put the tape, I mean, if you fold it where the tape is, it will become too thick to fold. So make sure what you do is once you put the tape here, you take the tape on the corner. Can you see where my tape is?
Yeah.
This is my tape. It's on the corner. And
Yeah.
then in the middle, I'll fold it again. So this is how these are the pieces that we
Oh, it looks like we've lost Shivalika. She'll join us soon, but I'm sure at this point, Estella and then Vishal was ready to take us through what they've done so far. They've been amazing students on the call.
But she have to send the PowerPoint
Yes, we'll get
after
to
the
the
presentation.
PowerPoint and then the video too as well. So let's
Okay,
give
fine.
Shivalika some few minutes for her to join the call. And let's see how, yes, it goes. But Thomas, are you able to do something?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, great.
I try my best.
Vishal, tell me, how's it going? Yeah,
I think the 1 hour limit was over.
Yes.
She's back.
I know. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, I'm back. I'm back. Yeah, you
Welcome.
want to still go ahead?
Yeah, Shivalika, we want to, how many minutes do you have to complete the task?
I would still require 10-15 minutes to show you completely. But if you want, I can make a video and send it properly.
Yeah, before I agreed, we
That's
wanted
the
the
best
video, but-
option.
Yes, sir. So, by Shivalika, can you do 5 to 7 minutes to complete what you have to, for us to look like you have something tangible?
I don't have like a ready-made, so to make one, I'll require time. I can do it fast, but I won't be able to do it that fast.
Okay. Because at
My
the
hand.
moment, you have some best students in the class already.
Oh,
Vishal,
yeah. It's okay. You can. Vishal is from India, if I'm not mistaken. The name is, yeah. So Vishal can connect with me over other Instagram or Facebook, and we can send him the thing. Or if you're in Pune, you can come and visit our workshop.
that'd be great.
Yeah. But I think somebody was asking for the presentation, so maybe in that we can incorporate.
Yes. But I mean, what it means is for me is that I've actually been able to do something tangible, if you can see.
I know. I'm just trying to make these small little pieces, but it does take time. It does take time.
Okay.
It's yeah, but like for example, like this piece I made, so we have to make pieces like this, about 6 of them. And then
Okay.
what we do is I'll just make one quickly and I'll show you. I'll just make one quickly. Okay, so I'll show you in how the folds are done. Just a second, just I can do faster.
Next time will be me.
Just a second, I'm just done, almost done.
My plastic.
Yes, almost done with the fourth one.
Great. That's so fast.
Yeah. No, actually, my practice is long gone. I think the last time when I made this was, I think, May or June.
Oh,
So
great.
my practice has gone down. My artisans can do it way faster than me, like quick, like very fast, they can do it.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm sure in no time, Vishal, Thomas, and then Rudolph, maybe and Estella would want to really be your your fastest entrepreneurs.
Yes. This is second, my scissors fell down. All problems come at one.
Great. So I just a quick reminder that the global day of action is not only looking at recycling or upcycling as what you are doing.
Yeah.
Some of you wouldn't have the skills to do recycling, but it's important. However, you can go ahead to a basic school near you to do awareness creation. Thomas
Yeah.
is under, he has actually done two of that already. He has done an awareness and a cleanup in Kigali. And I'm sure Rudolph will take up soon in Bamenda in Cameroon. And we have
Oh,
other teams. Yes, in China, you can check on our impact report in China.
oh, lovely.
A team actually did some upcycling and then they use plastic bottles to grow if you like small seedlings in the house. It's beautiful, and then you can read about it and check how it goes. We expect more innovative ideas from you all.
Yes.
So, Valika, you have something for us now?
Yes, I have 4 pieces I can make now. But I hope everyone knows the difference between upcycling and recycling. Can anyone tell me that?
Okay. Can anyone tell us what an upcycling is and recycling? We will clap for you if you get the answer right.
Yeah.
Thomas, you want to try? Or Rudolph? Okay, Estella, please go ahead.
Yeah, from the little I know, I think recycling involves some form of energy that will be used to break down the materials to their raw state before it will be turned into something else. But upcycling is when you have the material, but you are using it for another purpose. You are repurposing it instead of breaking it down, which would also require some energy. So yeah, that's the little I know.
Perfect. That's
Great.
the perfect answer. Only one addition is when we do recycling, we treat the material, since we're talking about plastic here, we treat the plastic with chemical or heat. So it changes the composition.
Okay.
So as you said, energy, here we are using the word chemicals and heat. And that is how, a lot of plastic goes to the cement factories or to make roads and, furnitures now you can see. So that's recycling. Upcycling, yes, you make a better version of the existing thing. So what we are doing is upcycling because we are not using any heat or chemicals. Okay, so I've created about 4 pieces like these. Okay. So what I'll do is I have to now interlock them. Okay. So what I'll do is I'll pass this one through the corner of the other. Okay. Can you see? Wait. Can you see how I pass this? And I'll do the same through the other plastic. So what I'll do is I'll create a little hole with my finger in middle of the existing plastic and I'll interlock them like this. So can you see this? Can you see this?
Yeah.
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 And now the one that we put through the existing plastic, we have to again interlock that one. So what we'll do is we'll take another piece of plastic like this and we'll put it like from the below upwards. So what I'm doing is I'm doing it. Just a second. Yeah. So I'm putting it. So for this, you have to make sure all your plastic are in the right size because then they will not pass through each other.
Okay.
So now can you see how I interlock the other one? So what I did was first I put this piece through this plastic, my first plastic, And then to interlock, close this plastic, I put another plastic from down below. So I sort of
Okay.
have to make a thing like this. Okay.
Yeah.
I know it becomes very crazy. And then
That's
again, to
beautiful.
interlock,
Beautiful.
I have to again interlock the plastic. So this is
Great.
how you can keep going and make a keychain for yourself. You can have it with, I'm just doing it with 4s because we don't have time, but you can
Mhm.
have like 6 or 8 or 10 depending. Anyway, this will look very small right now because of this, but this is how you keep going up, up, up like this. So it becomes like a zigzag thing. It
Okay.
becomes like this. Okay. So what
Yeah.
you do is to close the thing, the last piece of plastic,
Yeah.
okay, you have to fold it in the
Mhm.
previous plastic. So what you do is you just take this piece and you fold it inside like this. So you have to fold the plastic in the opposite plastic, inside of the opposite plastic. So it interlocks it here. Okay.
Okay.
I'll make a proper video. Don't worry. I'll make a proper video and send it to you.
Yes.
And the first plastic, you'll put your keychain through the first plastic. So your keychain will go through the first plastic like this. And this is how your keychain will
Oh,
be ready.
wow.
Yeah. And this is
Wow.
a very fun activity that you can do with your, parents, grandparents.
Yeah. So,
Uh, yeah.
like a quick thing. So what will happen
Yes.
is that we want to all be excited about this. After this, please take a picture and send it to me. I will share with the community as well, and then they will see what we did.
Yes.
This is great. So you can actually
Yes.
gather some students and in less than 1 hour, teach almost all of them how to do this.
Yeah. I want pictures of everyone, by the way.
Oh, great, great. Oh,
Yes.
great.
I want everyone to make a keychain and then pose with that keychain and send it to me so we can put it on our social media if you're okay
Great.
with it.
Yeah, yeah, okay with that. I'm sure Estella is so excited and she's going to make a very key change as soon as
Yeah,
possible.
I can see her doing it already.
Yeah. Estella, have you had an experience with this already before?
You're on mute.
No, this is my first time trying to
Wow. I like that.
do something like this. I've been seeing videos about it, but I've not really practiced. This is my first practice.
Oh, but you're
Okay.
doing it fantastic. So there are a lot of DIY videos on YouTube that you can do with various types of plastic.
Oh, great. Okay, Shivalika, thank you very much for your time. You spent 1 hour, 8 minutes, and the
Yes,
session was supposed to end and take just
I
last
know,
for
I know.
60 minutes. So,
Yes.
ladies and
Is there-
gentlemen, so much for your time. If there is any question, Shivalika is ready to just take a couple of questions. If there are no more questions, you can reach out to her on social media. Shivalika, are you able to say your social media and your closing remarks?
Yes. So what I'll do is I'll put our EcoKaari social media on the chat box. Okay.
Okay.
And you and my email ID, I mean the EcoKaari's email ID. You can
Okay.
get in touch with us whenever, however you want. No worries. I or my team will get back to you. If you are in Pune or if you'll be visiting India and want to visit our workshop, you're most welcome to.
Amazing.
And yes, closing remarks, this only that please try to avoid plastic as much as possible. Try to say no to plastic. I know it's easier said done, but try to reduce as much as possible. We have to think about our future generations. Uh, there's only one planet. I know this is all very repetitive, but you have to be very mindful of saving the planet for the future generations.
Amazing. Thank you so much. So someone is saying that Malawians, let's get together and do this. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it's a pleasure having all of you on the call. on this evening. So you can get in touch with EcoKaari. Their social media platforms are on the chat. You can do that. If you want to learn more about the GBA Take Action with QX Impact, you can reach out to me. My email is also in the chat. Please don't hesitate to talk to me, and I'll be glad to talk to you too. Let's do one final thing. We have 19 people on the call now. We had about 30 they've dropped. I'm sure they want the video. So please let's put on our cameras, take a very good picture, and then we can show our feet and we can call it a morning and evening or an afternoon. So let's put on our cameras. Okay, you can put on your smile actually. You can put on your smile. Okay, so 3,
Good to see our smile.
yeah, 3, 2, 1, and then I shoot. Okay, I'll take the last one again. So 3.
No, wait.
I'm waiting for you.
Yeah.
Great, yeah.
Okay, bye.
So 3, 2, 1, and it is shot. Great. Okay, so I have a couple of pictures. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a pleasure having all of you people. Reach out to EcoKaari, reach out to QX Impact, follow us on social media, QX Impact, and then we will come to you again on another webinar. Make sure you take an action, register for the video on our website, talk to any of our experts, and we wish you very well. Thank you very much and have a great weekend. Have a great evening. Shivalika, thank you to
Thank you so
Harry
much.
and thank you for
Thank
coming.
you, Shivali.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Bye,
Bye,
everyone.
everyone. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you for the
Bye.
session. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good.